Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm in the kitchen, so it is another baking vlog coming for you. So today I'm just going to be doing some red velvet cupcakes and cream cheese frosting. Since today's July 3rd, so tomorrow is July 4th, so I wanted to do something a little festive. So even bakers sometimes, just, you know, to be simple, use box mixes. I know plenty of bakers who use them. I like to do from scratch, but it is currently 9:30 at night, and I really don't want to do all that, like when I could just as easily use a box mix and just add a couple things and bake them off. I am making the cream cheese icing from scratch, but that's like super simple. So I mean, this is too, but it's just like a lot of different things when I could just add water, vegetable oil, and eggs and make it. So I have everything out pretty much that I'm going to be using. I'm using this handheld mixer for today because I just really don't feel like dirtying my KitchenAid, and this isn't like a huge recipe that I'm going to have to mix for a long time, so the handheld will be fine. So this is actually, like, this is the brand and like the box, excuse my messy sink, but honestly, we've had this thing like my whole life as far as I can remember back, like baking with my mom and stuff like that. Like when I was younger, like this is what we always had. It works good. I haven't used it in so long because I always use my KitchenAid now, but I just wanted to be a little more simple tonight. So I have everything ready to go, and then over here I have my liners set up. Now, I used to have another one because the cupcake mix makes 24 cupcakes. So I used to have another one. I don't know where it went. Like, I have a little cabinet down here that has like all my baking, like my big stuff, like cookie sheets and, you know, a mini cupcake liner. But I don't know where it is, so I'm gonna have to make this in two separate like batches, which is kind of annoying, but I mean, it is what it is. So I have that all set up and sprayed. I have the oven preheated, so I'm just going to mix everything, and then as I distribute the batter into the liners, I will show you guys that and then what I do next. So I just finished mixing the batter. It's super simple, you just follow the box. So I poured the batter into the bowl. I added 1 1/4 cups of water, half a cup of vegetable oil, and 3 eggs. I mixed it for about 2 minutes, and it is all combined. So now we are going to carefully bring it over here. Now I'm a lefty, so film with my right hand and scoop with my left. So my mom actually got me this really cute like cupcake scooper. So if you're doing regular size cupcakes, you use the bottom part, and if you're doing minis, you use the top part. So we are just going to take the scoop, fill it, be very careful, bring it over, and empty it out. Now it should be filled like half to like 3/4 of the way. So as long as you have it up to there, it is good. Just want to be very careful. Make sure your cupcake liners are sprayed with cooking spray like I have done. Got my cooking spray for when I have to do this again because I only have one cupcake liner. But we're working with what we've got because sometimes that's what you've got to do. Honestly, it kind of looks like ketchup and it's kind of like weirding me out, but I know it's not ketchup and it's gonna be delicious when it's done, especially with the cream cheese frosting. I think red velvet and cream cheese frosting is honestly the best. It's so simple, but you can do like such like pretty things with it. So we're just filling up the last couple of liners here. One more to go. It's alright if they're not all 100% like filled the same, unless you're doing this for like an event or something and they need to be. It's okay if it gets like a little messy. So we've got them all filled. So now we are going to bring them over to the oven. Open her up. Get hot air all over you and feel gross. Put them in there. Close them. Now the timer's set for cupcakes 14 to 19 minutes. So I'm gonna do 12 just to be safe, because you don't want an overbaked cupcake. And we've still got at least half of the batter left, so we'll definitely be good for another 12 once these guys come out. And I'll be back to show you how I ice and decorate my cupcakes. So everything is done baking, so I have 24 cupcakes right here. These 12 from here over were from the first batch, and then these 12 from here over are from the second batch. So you could definitely tell the second batch I went a little bit lower, like a little less batter was put into each liner, because they didn't even come up all the way, where these ones definitely did. And then I actually had some extra batter because I didn't fill these 12 all the way, so I actually used these little, I don't even know how big these are. I'm not sure this, oh, they're 4-inch. So these are little 4-inch liners, but you don't have to grease them or anything. You just kind of put the batter in there and bake them. These, I filled them halfway and they ended up being done after 12 minutes at 350. So these actually, my boyfriend is from Wisconsin, so we were there a couple months ago, and his sister, she like really loves baking too, just as a hobby. Like she loves to bake and everything. So I'm not sure if she got these at a store there or on like Amazon. You could probably get them on Amazon. So they're just like, it comes with like 30, and there's like a checkered like plaid one and like a polka dot one. They're really cute, and you could tell they're like shiny, so like you don't have to use like spray or anything. You just kind of put the batter in there. And then I got these ones by Nicole's Kitchen. I don't know like who this Nicole person is, but like her stuff is like all over Michael's and like AC Moore, which is where I got these, which are the liners that I use for the cupcakes. It's like a tie-dye liner. 75 of them come in a package, and I think it was like $1.99, so pretty good. And I just think it's so like cool for summer to do like a tie-dye design. So now I am going to make my cream cheese icing, and I will show you guys how I do that. So here is the cream cheese icing I just finished making. So I like to use a website called allrecipes.com. Basically whenever I'm looking up a new recipe, I go on there and I pretty much use whatever recipe I see that, you know, is what I'm looking for. They're really great. I love their recipes. I always read reviews and look at pictures of how other people's turned out also, so I can kind of compare. And a lot of people on their reviews are like, oh, I did like 2 cups instead of 3, or I added this, or I substituted this. And I always like to make the recipe how it was originally posted first, and then kind of tweak it to what I want if I feel like it's not exactly how I want it. So this recipe called for 8 ounces of cream cheese, so that's a whole stick of cream cheese, 4 cups of confectioner's sugar, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and half a cup of butter softened. So I softened the butter and I softened the cream cheese, and then you had to beat softened butter and cream cheese until well blended, so I did that. And then I added the powdered sugar and vanilla, and you beat that until creamy. So it is definitely very creamy right now, as you can see. So I loaded up a lot of it into this 16-inch Wilton bag with a like star tip, like a decent size. So I'm gonna start piping some cupcakes now, and I will show you them when they are all finished. So here is the finished product, our red, white, and blue cupcakes. I think they turned out really cute. I'm actually like pretty excited about it. I love doing like festive stuff like this, like during the holidays, just like something simple but like, you know, really cute. And I have plans tomorrow, so I'm sure everyone will enjoy these. So a few things. I ended up using all the icing, and I had 24 cupcakes and those 2 4-inch little cakes, which this is how they turned out. So I had like just enough icing for all of that. I had like very little left over, so maybe I could ice like 1 or 2 more, you know, regular sized cupcakes with that, but pretty much like I used all of it. Also, I used not a whole lot of icing on each cupcake, just because I'm the type of person who doesn't like a whole mountain on top of their cupcake, like of icing. Usually when I get cupcakes like that, I take off about like at least half the icing, because I like a good balance between like actual cake and frosting. I don't want just all frosting. So I kept mine to like pretty minimum amount. So I mean, it all depends. Like if you're someone who really likes frosting a lot, then maybe you would need to like double it, but I do not, so I kept mine pretty light on the frosting. But I think they turned out really cute. The cream cheese icing recipe was really good. You definitely could taste the cream cheese, like it was a good balance, but you also tasted a little bit of the like powdered sugar, but it wasn't like overly sweet at all. And the cream cheese frosting, like it's pretty dense, but it's very easy to pipe. So I'm really happy with how these turned out. If you guys want to make these, I would definitely, you know, love to see what you guys come up with, or if you know, use a different tip to pipe them or different decorations on top. I was thinking of doing some like blue fondant stars, but that was like a very, very last minute thought. And I do have everything to do that, but it's just, I mean, it's like 11:17 right now, and I'm pretty tired. I worked all day. I've been up since 8 a.m., so that was not going to happen tonight. But in the future, I definitely do want to do more fondant work and like show you guys all that. I have all kinds of like fun stuff that I could do with fondant. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe as always, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.